I'll be chatting with AI about some versions of questions. So what I've decided to do is this: 50 topics that relate to Buddhism, Dharma, and meditation, and all the various subjects involved. 40 tactics for approaching these subjects. They include lots of different ways, like guiding questions, like metaphors, like guided meditations. I've asked it to put together, to throw me out a topic and throw me out a tactic, and then do it again and do it again. And each of those subjects we'll thrash out, not too at length. So it keeps it interesting. So this is a format for having an interesting discussion instead of just drilling down on one topic over and over again in the same way. Let's have lots of topics and lots of different strategies. So let's see how it goes. I'm going to be using the talking version. So let's see how we go. As ever, AI is unpredictable. Hi there, could you give me a new tactic and a new topic, and I'll see what I can do.
Here for you. Topic, inner peace. Tactic, case studies, real life or hypothetical. Give it a try and share your response using this tactic.
Okay, so if I understood you, then the topic is going to be inner peace or true peace. I'm not sure there. And it's going to be a case study. Did I understand you correctly?
Yes, that's correct. The topic is inner peace, and the tactic is case studies. You can use a real life or hypothetical example to illustrate the concept of inner peace.
Well, a good example of someone with inner peace in a real case study would be the Dalai Lama. So that's it's easy to have inner peace when you've just eaten a large meal. Everyone can be peaceful under those conditions. But if you're peaceful when you're seeing widespread torture, dominance and invasion, and you're still able to maintain calm and not become enraged and furious at humanitarian disasters being performed in your own country, then I would say that is a mark of respect. So my example in a real case study, I would say, will have been the Dalai Lama in that case.
Absolutely, the Dalai Lama is a great example of inner peace. His life and teachings provide a profound case study in how inner peace can be cultivated and maintained, even in the face of significant challenges. You could describe how, despite the political turmoil and personal hardships, the Dalai Lama has consistently embodied and promoted inner peace through his practices and teaching. Approach rooted in compassion, mindfulness.
Slightly iffy signal strength here, unfortunately. So it will be cutting in and out a little bit. It also has a bit of a bad habit of suddenly launching off into Welsh language for no apparent reason. So I think we may have to reboot because we've lost that connection there. I'm going to ask for a new topic. Could I have a new topic and a new strategy, please?
Sure. Here's a new pair for you. Topic, integrity. Tactic, rhetorical questioning. Give it a go and let me know how you'd use this tactic.
You don't really expect that integrity is going to make you rich, do you? So here's an example.
That's a great rhetorical question. It prompts reflection on the relationship between integrity and material wealth. Here's a follow-up. Does maintaining integrity mean sacrificing financial?
Sure.
Or does it actually pave the way for lasting respect and trust, which are far more valuable in the long run? This type of questioning encourages deeper thought about the true value of integrity beyond immediate financial gain.
Good. Let's have a new topic and a new strategy, please. Slow signal strength, and it's not even raining. I'm may have to reboot that and ask it to start again.
Here's a new combination for you. Topic, contentment, tactic, analogy, or metaphor. Let's see how you'd use this tactic to explore contentment.
An analogy for contentment is a soft pillow and calm mattress in a hot desert which is surrounded by thorns and stones and rock beds. So contentment is like having your mind rested and comforted and satisfied, even though surrounded by very difficult, harsh conditions in every direction.
That's a strong analogy. It vividly contrasts contentment with external difficulties, showing how inner peace and satisfaction can persist despite challenging circumstances. Here's an alternative analogy. Contentment is like a serene lake nestled in a valley. The lake remains calm and clear, reflecting the tranquility of its surroundings. Even if storms rage outside the valley, the lake's inner stillness is unaffected, illustrating how contentment can provide inner peace regardless of external chaos.
Good. Could I have another 2, please? Another subject and another tactic.
Certainly. Here's a new pair for you. Topic, wisdom tactic, narrative storytelling. Give it a try and let me know how you'd incorporate storytelling to explore wisdom.
I'm going to tell a story, and it's going to be about 2 merchants, and one is wise and one is foolish. So the wise merchant is traveling along a path. A foolish merchant is going in the other direction, and he's furious, and he meets the wise merchant on the way. And the unwise, foolish merchant is screaming and shouting for him to get out the way. And the wise man says, "Why? Where are you looking? Where are you going? What are you looking for?" He says, "I'm looking for the person or the thing that killed my friends. And it's just over there in those villages over there." And the wise man said, "Are you sure? What's the name that you've heard that it's called?" And he said, "It's called death and sickness and COVID." And he goes, "Oh, that, yeah, I don't think you'll find it over there, but you may find it in the fork in the road that goes over there under a tree." So the man pushes the wise man aside, the fool pushes the wise man aside and runs up the path. And then he gets to a tree and he grabs a really, really heavy rock and a heavy stick to crack on the head the thing that's around underneath the tree. He goes around underneath the tree and there's just a pile of gems there. And the pile of gems are amazing. And 2 of his friends show up, even ones that he thought were dead. And he goes, "What are you doing?" And they go, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" He goes, "Oh, I was coming up here because I thought there was a COVID and illness and death was up here, but it's not. It's a pile of gems." So they decide, "Wow, we can just keep them. Let's do that. Shall we do that? Shall we do that?" They go, "No, if we take that back to the town, they'll ask us to sort of separate them up or hand them in to the police. We don't do that." They said, "Okay, we'll wait here until dark." And then they said, "We're going to wait here until dark and then we'll go down to the village." So instead of doing that, they talk and they talk and they talk about all the things that they're going to buy with all of them, their riches and the wealth. They're going to be like, life's going to be transformed. But the more they think and the more they talk about all the things that they want, some of them start looking and thinking, "I'm not sure if that's enough quite." So, all right. So they go quiet and then they said, "My stomach's grumbling a bit. What about yours?" Yeah, as well. They go, "Once, tell you what, I'll go down to the village on my own and I'll get us all, some wine. I'll get them some, curry, and I'll come back. How about that?" "Yeah, sure." He goes off. The other 2 are left there talking and they go quiet and they're frowning and looking at each other and they're saying, "What are you thinking?" So what the other one says, "Actually, I was just thinking that, split 2 ways instead of 3, this would actually go much further." And he goes, "What are you thinking? Are we going to run off?" No. I mean, what do you think of the other guy?" And they said, "Well, I thought you knew him pretty well, but I don't know him very well at all, and he's never been my cup of tea." And so they nod and they look at the jewels even more. "What do you reckon?" He goes, "Well, there's still that big stick and that rock over there. I mean, who would miss him? He hasn't got any friends." He goes, "What about us? Oh, no, we're not. He's not my friend. Not really. I don't really know him." So instead of doing that, they say, "Okay, all right. When he comes back, we'll do it." Now the other man, on the other hand, he's going back, the fool, and he's on his way, and he's thinking, "Hey, there might be opportunity here. I don't really know those other two guys very well. I don't know them hardly at all. So instead of that, I've got a plan. So he goes and gets the wine, and he goes and gets the curry, and then he drops into a pharmacy. And this pharmacy has a special section, and he goes up and says, "Excuse me, I've got a terrible problem with enormous rats in my stables and near the food supply. Have you got any poison that I can buy over the counter?" And I said, "Oh yeah, for rats. How big are the rats?" He said, "Well, they're huge." "Oh yeah. Well, okay, well, look, here's this bottle. You just buy this." Pays it down. And then he says, "That will knock a horse out, let alone. So keep it well away from the horses, all right? And any food that you've got around, that is deadly. Thank you very much," he says. So he gets round the corner when no one can see him. Puts poison into the wine. A little bit in the curries as well, no question. So he goes back. "Hi, I'm back. Oh, come over. Well, come over. Come over and have a sit down." So he comes and sits down there. Say, "You must be really tired. You sit down here by the jewels. You know, we're just going to be over here. You know, we're just sort of sorting a few things out." "Okay. Oh, my legs. By the way, here's your stuff. There you go. Nice bottle of wine. It's delicious, and some gorgeous curry there. Help yourself, won't you?" So they check that he's sitting, and then with his back to them, they pick up the club. Bang! Knock him on the back of the head. Rock. So he's out of it. And they go, "Oh, great. Thanks, my friend. Thanks, my friend. Oh, let's sit down then. All right. You fancy a bit of wine and some curry then? Better celebrate." So, yum, yum, yum. Glug, glug, glug. Goosh. All three met death, exactly what they were looking for. Meanwhile, the wise man was in safety. So there we have a classic poison porridge story. Classic poison porridge story even. Okay, so if my friend, I call my friend Sky. So could you give me just one more topic and one more strategy, and maybe we'll call it a day after that.
Absolutely. Here's the final pair for today. Topic, letting go. Tactic, contrast questions. I'm curious to hear how you'd use contrast questions to delve into the concept of letting go.
Okay, so letting go, and in contrast, not letting go. So there's the person who did let go, and there's the person who didn't let go. Okay, so how can we compare these two? So clinging and attachment. So the first person ends up with tragic consequences and pain and strife and misery because they clung and they never let go when they should have done. On the other hand, the other person became free. Now, I've heard a great story, Ajahn Brahm frequently tells this one, and that is a quote from Ajahn Chah, and that is that Ajahn Chah said to him, "Pick up that glass of water," and he says, "Now hold it at arm's length, hold that glass at arm's length, hold that glass at arm's length. How's it feel?" He goes, "It's killing my arms, killing my hand afterward, and my shoulder's like killing me." So he goes, "Well, okay, well, put it down and let go of it." Put it down, let go of it, and he's like, "Ah." He says, "How does that feel?" He goes, "Oh, yeah, much better." He says, "Well, that is the way it is with everything. The more that you strain to hold and cling and clutch and never let go of something and be determined to hold on to it, then the more it's going to hurt you. But the more answers and the solution to it, simply let go of that belief, let go of that past, let go of that distant place and those distant, magical, wonderful people that you're hoping to meet, and that sort of perfect princess or Mr. Right who's going to come along and save it, or those millions that you're hoping to get in the end. No. So letting go is usually the solution, and attachment and clinging to views, to identities, to names, to places, to dreams of wealth and belonging and power are all usually the road to ruin.
That was a thoughtful example using Ajahn Brahm and Ajahn Chah's story. The analogy of the glass of water effectively highlights how holding on can cause unnecessary pain, while letting go brings relief. It's a vivid way to illustrate the concept of attachment and release. Ready to wrap up for today? Or do you want to try another topic and tactic?
I think we'll call it that for today. So I wanted to introduce this dialoguing, which I've been doing with my great friend here, Sky, to everyone on board. So Sky, say hello to the audience because I'm recording on a different device. How did we do today with our debate discussion using tactics and topics?
Sounds like a great idea. Sky, it's been wonderful hearing your thoughts today. How do you feel about our session using various tactics and topics?
I feel pretty good. Let's wrap it up. Thank you once again, and thanks for not breaking off into the Welsh language at random, which you frequently do. So, great. Thanks very much to ChatGPT for developing this. Thanks for everyone for listening. Take care, and we'll be back with more.